Thursday night football. 49ers go back to winning ways against the Seahawks. I think we messed up that visual there. Um, yeah, on the London game on Sunday, Jaguars lost 23-17 against the Bears. The Packers beat the Cardinals 34-13. Colts beat the Titans. The Texans beat stuffing out of the Patriots. Um, oof, the
About to
Bucks.
say the Seahawks, like it was. I saw one interesting stat basically where they are like 20-0
Okay,
when they've lost two games um at home, like two games. The next game at home they always win, so they were 20-0, and I guess that broke the streak because they lost the game. So
but
they lost.
if you're not balling, you're not balling
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Seahawks. Like, and those guys, they might need to push that reset button.
for sure. I don't. I mean, Gino. He has. I think he has. He has reached his best before dates.
Yeah, I mean they've been
I need to move on from him. I don't.
since Wilson. They've been, and that's the thing that's I kind of find interesting. The Seahawks are one of those teams that are never afraid to push that reset button, but they hesitated. I mean, they even got rid of Pete Carroll, which was again a shock. But um, yeah, it just seems like they should be ready to reset, but they haven't done that. So yeah,
Yeah, I watched a bit of the Buccaneers and because that was Spencer Rattler's first start as a rookie in the
all
NFL.
sending me messages
I'm
saying
a
Spencer,
fan.
Spencer,
I'm a
Spencer.
fan. After watching QB1 season 3, ah, I, I pray I pray the team improves with time so that he'll have a beautiful NFL career. If not, they should trade my boy away, please. They did not score in the second half of this game, and the Buccaneers scored and scored and scored, ultimately routing them 51-27. I mean, this was a weekend of routes, right? Maybe you want to talk about your boys. Let me not take that from you.
No, no, not really. I mean, after the bye, we won again. Thank God.
Thank God,
Um,
oh, no hot turnover for the first time in how many games?
I think the Ravens and the Washington was supposed to be like a big game, but it ended up being like anticlimactic because like
Yeah, see, let's be real, right? I think it was a big game for the Commanders. It was their Super Bowl, and I don't think the Ravens really took that game like that. To be
mm,
fair, I really don't think it was that big for the Ravens, right? Um, yeah, all the hype before the game. Jayden Daniels, is he better than Lamar?
no,
Fantastic
I
rookie
don't.
season. Let's not take that
Don't.
away from him. He's really playing well. Like even in the game, he played well, right? But I mean, Lamar passed for 323 yards on the day, rushed for another 40. Second all time most career rushing yards now. He has passed Cam Newton, like for quarterbacks. He has over 5,635. Right, he's only behind Michael Vick now, and he has about 50 games to cover that record. Right, so
Yeah, unfortunately, Vic is not going to hold out. Yeah, Vic was a Eagles great, or he revived his career in Philadelphia. So definitely big ups to Mike Vick. And yeah, just a lot of these new waves of quarterback, like he was the one to start it off. So it
yep,
would be fitting for Lamar to break it. He will obviously pay his respects and dues to the guy who paved the way. So yeah, looking forward to that when that time comes.
yeah. Just final thing on the Ravens. Um, I think I've said it on this show before that They are my pick from the AFC to go to the Super Bowl. Like I think it's just so like interesting to watch like how many weapons Lamar Jackson has on offense. Like if he's running the football, he can do it himself. But of course, King Henry is right there. Like ultimate closer so far this season. No need to talk too much about him. But like when you talk about the guys that Lamar can pass to, like Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers over 100 yards this past weekend. Likely is there. Mark Andrews is coming back to it right, after his big injury last season. If they can all stay fit, um, if they can all stay fit, I really don't see anybody stopping them on their way to the
Okay,
Super Bowl.
let's pump our brakes and see what the Chiefs are gonna do. But it's
We'll
good to
see.
be
We'll see.
optimistic.
The Chiefs are 5-0. Yes, the Chiefs are 5-0. But I know that that record could have swung. Like it does. Like the way certain games went, it could have been much different, right? The Bengals game, the Ravens game was. We digress. The Steelers. Russell Wilson is back. He's officially QB2 because Justin Fields is balling. Like just like we can't. Yes, the opposition is not that great. We know, but will be unfair to the Steelers if we don't acknowledge how well they are playing and how well Justin Fields is playing so far this season. So we'll see how their season develops. Um, Falcons beat the Panthers 38-20. Thank God Burrow got the win. Bengals beat the Giants 17-7. We're not that great, but I mean they won Sunday Night Football. Um, Yeah, Lions
Come back
rounded
to
the
that.
Cowboys, but we'll
Come
come
back
back
to
to that.
that. Come back to it.
Definitely, we'll definitely come back to that. Um, yeah. So the Bills breaking news reaching us today. The Bills have added Amari Cooper to their ranks. Adam Schefter tweeted about the details. The Browns receive a 2025 third round pick and a 2026 seventh round pick, while the Bills get Amari Cooper and the 2025 sixth round pick. Um, so I say the interesting thing about this deal is the Browns converted the final year of his 5-year deal that he signed at Dallas to signing bonus, and they essentially paid him like $19.2 million of that money, right? Which means the Bills will only be paying him $806,000 this year, fully guaranteed, and subsequently a new deal will be negotiated for subsequent seasons, I guess. Um, yeah,
But
Monday
you
night.
know, can we go back
Okay.
though? I mean, there were two things that I wanted to call out. One, definitely the signals that the Browns are tanking. They're probably going to look to get Watson off their books too. And and and
Can
and
they do that? Can they do that? Can they really do that, bro?
they'll try,
Dead
they'll
caps.
try.
Look at the dead cap space numbers for
But
them.
that's again, I was going to say, like
Before
that's where they are actually really, really showcasing that they are looking to tank because that 22 million is going to be in their like they're going to carry it for next season. So they don't
yeah,
even have like the ability to sort of go into free agency. They definitely are looking at only one thing, and that's the draft. That's where you can get cheap talent.
I
Well,
don't
we'll
know if
see.
we'll be willing
But
to add Deshaun Watson to that, but yeah, they are definitely trying to rebuild for sure. Definitely. Um, so Monday Night Football. Hmm, I don't want to talk too much about this, but yeah, it was a pretty good watch. Right? Bills won by 3 points by a field goal, really and truly. It was a field goal. And yes, Aaron Rodgers threw an interception in the last drive. Right. he didn't throw that interception, they would have had a chance to win the game. But I don't want to pin it all on him. Because
He pinned it on his wide receiver.
on the
Was the
previous two drives they had, right? The what's his name, Greg Zerline, the kicker, missed two field goals, right? So, I mean, if he had scored those two field goals, they would have won by a field goal, right? So, can't really put it all on him. And Tyron Smith, the left tackle, right? That they got. I don't know what entered him yesterday. Maybe he wasn't in the mood to play, but I mean, the penalties he was giving away for someone so experienced, like literally wiped away a touchdown, right? That would have helped them on their way to actually winning the game, right? The penalty, I think it was a holding call. There were a lot of penalties in the game, like almost every play yesterday there was a penalty. Like both teams were guilty of like just giving away penalties the whole game. Right? So I wouldn't I wouldn't put too much blame on Rogers, right? Even though it's
but he
very
put it on his wide receiver though.
yeah, he does that. Like it's not nice. It's not nice to
So,
like throw your
so
guys under the bus. But,
moving on to the next slide that we have, he throws
I
the
mean,
bus
he
on.
complained about Mike Williams and breaking news today. Oof, he just trade for Davante Adams. The Jets will be giving up a third round third round pick, and on the condition that Adams is a first or second team All Pro, or on the active roster for AFC Championship game or Super Bowl, that third round pick becomes a second round pick. Yeah,
Again,
the
I
Raiders,
mean,
the Raiders are only getting a third round pick, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe
and
you think otherwise.
another team tanking. But the point I'm just trying to make is that this isn't going to be the decider for this Aaron Rodgers experiment working um in New York. I think realistically, his demeanor, his attitude, his drive to win, his wanting to be a leader, all that has been thrown out of the bag. Like it was there when he first signed. He was very excited, enthusiastic to come in there and show himself as I'm that guy. I'm the best
Yeah.
quarterback. Blah blah blah. But he really hasn't played well. He's been turning the ball over like crazy and
Which
pointing
which is
finger,
which is
which
out
isn't
of nature,
which
which is
isn't him.
out of nature for him actually. The
I,
turnovers, like
yeah, the turnovers obviously because he's one of the most
he
has
protects the ball well, like his track
the
record, right? But
yes,
this
but
season it hasn't been that way.
his
It-
um his ability to like sort of lead a team is where a lot of his previous success has come from. Like wide receivers, even this Davante Adams when he was in the Green Bay Packers, he was like not really like a well recognized name. It was kind of that relationship that they built up that made him sort of a big name wide receiver. And he's done this a couple of times with different receivers, Greg Jennings before that. And I just feel like he's not keyed in to what he has because we know they have Garrett Wilson, who is one of like the best young talent wide receivers. So let's not
yeah,
play like the Jets don't have resources. Like they have them. This is not going to
they
just
do,
be
and they're
the
adding this
reason.
guy now.
Yeah, but I just don't think this is going to be the reason why they now become super competitive. They have a lot of holes, like you said. Their O line, their defense has not like as a team, they're not cohesive. They've had so much craziness in the off season through the season. Like you don't make it to the Super Bowl when there's too much new noise in your camp. You have to be quiet and just play your ball and being consistent.
Fair enough. So from the numbers, he signed a 3-year, 61.84 million deal, and his salary is going to be fully assumed by the Jets. Um, Dead cap for the Raiders in 2024, 13.6 million, 25, they will pick 15.7.
So they're
I wish
tanking.
them I wish them all the best, and I hope draft Shadon Sanders.
Yeah, wishing him definitely the
I
best of
think I
luck.
think I think that's their plan, but it,
They've never
rumors
had like
rumors going rumors
if
going
you
around
like
that
if you like Shador Sanders,
Miami actually want to draft the guy, or they are considering like drafting the guy.
if you like Sanders, you would pray to God that he never goes to the Raiders because the Raiders have never drafted a quarterback that has turned out good. Like they're known for that place where if you get
Oh,
drafted by the Raiders, you're more likely to.
I just said that for them, like, because like clearly that's their plan, right? Good luck to them. We don't know how that's going to go, right? So
Let's go on to your